Hey, what's going on, everybody? Man, I'm not gonna lie, it is a dark and stormy night here at the cemetery, and you know what? The power may go out, but guess what? We're gonna soldier on if it does. So just hold tight, and it may go dark. So here we go. And I got a full fucking house tonight. I just don't want to be Uncle Joey. That's all I'm saying. Just if I can be anybody but Uncle Joey, I will be that person. I'll even be Danny. All right. So we got with us tonight. We got 3 of the Corn Children. We got Lady Gaga over here. We got Darren Randy right here. And of course, the very lovely Natalie Myers. Also, you guys remember him a couple weeks back? Jimbo the Drifter drifted through here. He needed some shelter from this dark and stormy night. I just want to say dark and stormy one more time.
You're just going to say it.
I'm going to keep saying it. Like, I always have that one phrase every show that I always kind of run through around.
No, you have the same phrase every show.
And this week, it's dark and stormy night. And of course, my antagonist, Misery Black. And of course, you guys remember my lovely girlfriend, Maya. And of course, I'm the movie Phantom. So tonight, we got a couple of movies we're going to hit up. We're going to hit the lighter side of horror, if you will. We're going to do Idle Hands and Slither. Yeah, Slither. Look at that. I'm chewing gum right now. That's why teachers tell you to spit it out, because, you know. So let's get right into it now, shall we? Now, last week, I asked the question, or sorry, the top 3. Now, last week, the question was, what is your top 3 favorite horror comics? And we actually got quite a few responses here. We got Rise THX 1138 said number 3, Alien vs Predator. And you know, I wasn't even thinking about that because I actually have a Batman vs Aliens, and it's fucking awesome. Like, I love it. I mean, but once again, because it's Batman, I didn't really consider it horror, so that's why I didn't bring it up. But yeah, Alien vs Predator. I have not yet read it. I do love the movies, so well, we rephrase that. I love the movie. Didn't care for part 2. Could have done without it. Number 2, he said Constantine, which we just bought that recently.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet. She liked it. Comic-wise, I couldn't tell you. It did come with a little bonus comic, though, so maybe I'll check that out. You guys read any of these? Alien vs Predator, Constantine? No?
No, I've seen it, but never
seen the thing? And then his number 1 is Hellboy. So, and I've seen the second one, but I've never seen the first one, and I never read the comics, so.
They're good.
Good stuff?
Yeah, they're good. I've read them.
Alright. So you should have been here last week, because you're definitely more of a horror comic guy, you know, so.
Yeah, I've seen
or just comic guy in general, I guess, so. Ghostface Kid 101 hit us up, and he said, that's not going to get over here now. My handwriting is that atrocious that.
Big words.
There we go. I have a couple. A couple big words that I always read first, and then I store them up, and I use them for the show. Hellraiser, number 3. And yeah, I mentioned that on mine last week, and yeah, I love the Hellraiser comics. Really good stuff. I just love Hellraiser in general. I'm actually getting through, I have like the 8-pack, like all 8 Hellraiser movies, and we just finished number 7. Dude, they're all good.
They're
like,
great.
I'm just shocked at how good. I'm like, these are straight to video. Like, these are actually really good. I'm just shocked they get so much hate. I don't get it.
Yeah, I know.
And then his number 2 is The Crow, which I've never read The Crow, but I do love the movie. I'm a huge Crow fan, so.
I like The Crow.
Yeah, the first
Crow's
one.
good.
Love the first one. I didn't care for City of Angels or.
I like the grittiness of it, but yeah, the
Yeah,
story.
I mean, it has a good look, but I just didn't like the. And this ain't racist before anybody gets crazy, but they had like some foreign guy trying to be American, but he didn't even. He couldn't even hide the accent.
Yeah.
He could. It's not racist. It's bad acting.
No,
There's
it's
a
true.
difference.
Yeah.
And
no,
then his
there's no difference whatsoever. You were racist. You were
coming
racist.
from you. I'm just saying you make a lot of. Anyways, and then number 1.
That's so
Alien vs Predator as well, he said.
That's
so
sadly true.
Ghostface Kid, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. And then finally, 13th Wolfman hit us up. And
Time out. I read a comment. I don't remember what video it was on, but he said Ghostface Kid said he was going to high school in like a week.
Yeah.
I've already been in there for a month. What the heck is going on? Like,
Well, he's in like North Carolina. Maybe it's just different over there.
if they are not on that like 9-week or 9, you go 9 weeks, you're off 2 weeks in summer, whatever. I'm gonna be angry.
Ghostface Kid,
You better be
talk to her.
on that because that's upsetting me. Because I've already been in school for like a month.
Love every minute of it.
Continue. Yeah.
So 13th Wolfman hit us up, and he said number 3, Vault of Horror. And I would love to actually read all these old school EC comics. They're the ones that got banned back in the day. Like in the 50s, they were like the horror comics that like the Christians were like, this is corrupting the youth of America, and they actually did get them shut down. Like the Christians actually won that, yeah. And so that's where the comic code came from, and that's why they're all squeaky clean and campy in the 60s, 70s. It seemed like around the 80s, Alan Moore and them started bringing it back. to the dark side a little bit, and then now it's all
kind of
whatever.
like Bewitched type.
But
comics,
yeah, it was
family.
like the old like Tales from the Crypt, Vault of Horror. There's a couple other ones I'm missing. Now this guy knows.
Definitely gotta catch those.
Yeah,
Really good.
they got the comic store.
Really?
They have like a big volume of them actually. So
yeah,
it was really expensive. That's why I didn't pick it up. But if it never drops in price, I'm definitely gonna pick it up. But it looks cool. Creep Show. It has that feel to it.
Oh yeah.
Creep Show, like
yeah.
there, yeah. So that's
Love
actually where I got the inspiration for Creep Show. At was actually from these old school EC.
That's really cool, actually.
So his number 2 was a comic book named Leatherface, and based on Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and anything with any kind of horror icon, I'm just all over anyways. Like it doesn't have to be good. I will literally just jump on it. I know they do.
Yeah.
They have a Halloween comic book series. I think they had a regular Nightmare on Elm Street, not just the Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash one, but they had, I'm pretty sure each of them probably had their own series there.
I think they do.
I know Hellraiser does.
Yeah, Hellraiser definitely does.
I would love to see a Phantasm one. I don't know if there is or not, but I would definitely tear that up. So yeah.
The Hellraiser artwork looks amazing.
Oh yeah. Well, it really, that's what I'm saying. It just has like that awesome, like, I don't know. It's almost like it's like the dudes that work on the movie did the comic book. I mean, it has like that other, like, I don't know, that very surreal, dark.
Yeah, I love that grittiness, just like in the old Spawn cartoons.
Yeah.
You feel that gritty.
Oh fuck! I forgot about Spawn. Shit, I like the Spawn comic too.
Those are
kind of
good,
count that.
man.
I guess that's on the fringe there.
Those are really good.
And then, but Leatherface is that one. And actually, John Carpenter did a interview recently. I mean, not recently. I saw it recently, where he talked about how he read a comic book for The Thing after the movie already came out. So it was like late 80s, maybe early 90s. He read a comic book. And he felt like the comic book was going to be, it was basically like Kurt Russell and like Keith David are like, they're the last two that survived The Thing.
Yeah.
They're walking down the tundra, and then because they're like, is he infected? So they're trying to do that thing, and then a sub comes up out, and they get aboard the sub, and then of course, hell breaks loose.
Yeah.
And he said that if he was to do a sequel back then to The Thing, it would have been based on that comic.
That'd be good.
So, and I'm like, it does sound good. So I love to
good.
find this comic. So every time I go to that comic store, I'm looking for The Thing, but I can't find it anywhere. And I'm sure it's so old, you have to like buy special
check
order.
that out,
Yeah, I would love to check that out.
I got a few websites I hit up and stuff to get my comics.
And now his number 1 was Tomb of Dracula, and you actually read a Dracula one recently.
Deathly Ship.
Deathly Ship. Now, what was that about exactly?
In the movie, when Dracula leaves his homeland to come to England, he's on a ship called the Dementor.
And usually it just takes place like a couple seconds. Or it's
Yeah,
like he leaves
in the
and
movie,
he
it's like
right
Captain's log, and then that's it. So the comic, they show more of what happened on that ship, because in real life it would take like 4 or 5 months to get there.
So it actually covers the entire...
So it covers, and it's real good. The artwork's amazing.
That's a newer one, isn't it? It's kind of a newer one. Right?
It is a newer one, yeah. So I don't know who the artist is, but it's a great comic. I definitely recommend it.
There it is. So yeah, 13th Wolfman, thank you very much for that. Now, this week, I was, going through, and I'm like, it was really easy, like, what the top 3 could be, because Idle Hands, to me, Idle Hands is more of a comedy anyways. Like, it has horror elements in it, clearly, but to me, it's definitely more comedy.
Yeah.
But Slither is definitely horror sci-fi, but this happens to have some comedy in it as well. So I was like, top 3 horror comedies, simple as that. Now, maybe I'm taking the cheap way out here. I won't deny that, but I definitely threw out 2 of the big zombie comedies of the last decade. I'm sorry, but I did. I mean, they're both great, and they both made my top 3. Number 3 for me, Zombieland. I think that's just effing hilarious. Woody Harrelson's great. I mean, it's perfect. And I think it's like really shitty. They try to do a shitty little Amazon.com exclusive spin-off series that just looks shitty as hell. But yeah, no, the original Zombieland, fucking awesome. Number 2, this is one that gets a lot of hate, and I really liked it. Like, I just didn't know it was getting hate. I thought it was just a great movie. And then, like, I get online, I check it out, and everybody's like, fuck that movie. It's not funny, and it's not scary. I'm like, alright, calm down. Club Dread. The dudes who brought us Super Troopers did a horror comedy, and it was effing hilarious. And it did. It has, remember the girl from Joe Dirt?
Yeah.
Brittany Daniels? She's in it. It has Bill Paxton playing a, Cheeseburger Paradise, that guy. June Buffett. He's playing a June Buffett type character named Coconut Pete. And it's fucking hilarious. The movie is just, it's a throwback to old 80s slasher. But it's a comedy, and I guess everybody's like, well, it's not Super Troopers. I'm like, really? I can do that. I love Super Troopers. Don't get me wrong, Super Troopers is great. But I don't want to see a nerd like, I'm like, these guys are funny. Let them do their own thing, and they did. I thought they did great on Club Dread. And of course, my number 1 would be Shaun of the Dead. I don't know if you guys can see that at home or not, but I have a little mini poster back there. I love Shaun of the Dead. Just fucking hilarious. I can't wait to see their new movie that's coming out. which is more of a sci-fi comedy. But yeah, definitely want to At World's End.
Yeah.
Love
Looks great.
It looks hilarious.
Looks so funny.
So what about you guys? Top 3 horror comedies. Sweetie?
I don't know.
You don't know any? Come on, you know something, no? Bride Chucky's probably. You can rank that. But you like Bride Chucky? I'll count it. You've seen the scary movies, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So there you go. You got a. Hey, now scary movie 1 and 2 is good.
1 and 2.
1 and 2 is good.
Literally, that is it.
I like scenes of 3.
No, you don't.
Because of Charlie Sheen.
No.
I'm telling you right now, dude. When he has a flashback, and like the wife is dead, and he's walking through, and then you got one guy, the guy who hit the wife, is like, "Hey, can I get a ride home?" I'm just like, "Oh my god!" The dude kills your wife, drunk driving. He's like, "Hey, can I get a ride home?" I'm just like, "That's funny as shit to me." Really? Oh, you're killing me. So anyway, yeah, most of 3 was stupid, and 4 was just retarded, and I'm sure 5 is be gay as hell.
I didn't want to talk about 5. I've never seen it. I don't want to.
So, all right, horror comedies. No, nothing? Nothing Lady Gaga? How's that phone treating you over there? Pretty good? Having a good time?
It's not a phone!
Oh, excuse the hell out of me. Alright, Misery. Top 3 horror
I've
comedies.
seen this before, but I'm still kind of debating. Rocky Horror Picture Show, like...
Man. See, I'm gonna say no just because, I mean, it definitely has the horror element. Yeah, I'll let these guys throw so much stuff.
Yeah,
I got
it's like sci-fi horror.
Sure,
Uh-huh.
I'll let you throw it in there.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's spoofing sci-fi horror movies of like the 50s and 60s.
Well, because
the
because
30s on
him
up, I guess.
Bringing the
Yeah, I mean, the Florida Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
You know, and so, but I mean, I'm saying it's more musical. A musical dominates the whole thing anyway.
Yeah,
but
it's totally musical.
We'll let you slide with this, so
Obviously.
fine. All right, our Horror Picture Show is yours. All right, go ahead.
I don't even know. Like,
Still some
I
of
know.
mine. I got Zombieland, Club Dread, Shaun of the Dead, the Scary Movie franchise, Idle Hands.
Literally,
Slither.
like...
I'll say Tremors. I'll throw Tremors in there. I think that's kind of, I think that's got its funny parts.
I don't know, man.
Killing me.
Yeah.
Funny thing is, she's just like, from now on, tell me top 3 before the show.
He told me to.
So I told her, and
I was
get
too
that
busy
thing.
contemplating on Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Ridiculous.
Shut your mouth.
Darren Randy, horror comedies, buddy.
Screw you, you dirty Jew.
What do you say? Zombieland? Alright. Anything else?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Alright. Jimbo, please save me on this one. Help me out here. Top 3 horror comedies.
My top 3. Number 3 would probably be Zombieland. For sure.
Alright.
Number 2, I don't know which zombie movie. It was the old one where they pulled the zombie head out of the bag and it had the screwdriver in it. He was like, "Get the damn screwdriver out of my hand."
Return of the Living Dead. Return of the Living Dead.
Loved it.
Yes.
Loved it. And
That's when I get the paramedics, right? Like, you send more paramedics and then they come in.
so
Yeah, that
cheesy, but it's so
definitely
funny.
had, you know what, that definitely had the comical aspect.
It
yes.
totally did.
We count it. We count it.
Number 1 would be, too many people seen it, but Waxworks Part 2.
You know, I seen that a long time ago.
It had the dude that played in Army of Darkness in it. When
Fuck me, Army of Darkness. Hello.
Oh my God.
He had the cameo where they went to the haunted house.
That's definitely
You're right.
up
I loved that part. That was like the best part. Bruce Campbell was in it. I mean,
there. Army of Darkness is definitely up
Yeah, I'm gonna bump Zombieland. Actually, I'll bump Zombieland. I'll move Club Dread back. I'll put Army of Darkness at number 2 for me.
Dang.
Yeah, that's.
Shaun of the Dead's awesome. I'm sorry to say, Shaun of the Dead's just fucking amazing.
Shaun of the Dead was great.
Oh, it's awesome. It's British. It's British. That's all I gotta say. It's British,
Oh,
and you should just be
okay,
like,
that says a lot.
Yeah.
Simon Pegg. It's Simon fucking Pegg.
Yeah, he's great.
That's soul right there. That's it. It's just gold. So you've been brainwashed from someone
I
who's
really
never
have.
even seen a Simon Pegg movie all the way through. He's just like, it sounds funny.
He's
Turns
so
out
funny.
it's brilliant. It really
He gets
is.
it like dead on his
See,
comedy.
me and you were raised on British comedy though, at a young age. So that's a different thing.
That's true.
Me and this drifter that I never met before, I'm assuming he was raised on British comedy as well.
Oh yeah.
So yes. All right, Natalie, horror comedies.
Zombieland and all the scary movies.
All the scary movies. Give me 2 of the scary movies.
Ew.
1 and 2.
1 and 2. All right.
you.
Good.
1 and 2 were good.
They were good.
I like 1. I like 1, 2. Dude, the dude with the gimped hand,
Yeah.
and then the dude who's in a wheelchair, and I got to use just like, you know, I'm just going to be the bigger man
Tim
and
Curry.
walk
Jesus
away.
Christ.
Oh yeah, Tim Curry is flat
Good
out.
Lord, that just makes the movie. That's it. Like that's all you need is just Tim Curry.
I want to know your guys' top 3s out there. Now there
It
are
would've
multiple ways to
been
hit me up.
even
You guys
better.
can
It
give me
would've
the
been
comment
even
right
better
down
if Scary
below.
Movie, if he had,
Personal
the-
messages, of
if he
course,
had
are
fishnet
always
now.
thing.
I wish you would have had fishnets.
Phantom
on.
Friends
That
over on
would've been
Facebook. Hit me up
Fishnets
there.
are fun.
Moviefam7@gmail.com.
Movie
Skip it.
And of course,
Video response.
Video response. So that's what they do on the show. They don't really like anybody giving me emails, comments.
No, because
Facebook
comments are okay. No one
prefer
reads
video
their
responses,
emails.
so.
No one does email anymore.
But no
Actually,
one listens to them.
back.
I still get like emails.
Yeah, those
Emails
are
are
not bad.
dumb.
Those are not bad.
Family.
Let the
If
whole
you're like me,
world.
you're always drifting. You ain't got time
Let
for
the
the video.
whole
See,
world
people-
read your comments.
Like they have time to watch my show. They don't have time to do a video response. I gotta
Yeah.
drift.
Okay,
you know?
then
So.
don't do a video response. Write a freaking comment. It's easier than going to your email and then typing out an email.
I'm gonna like make a new rule. Like you can only do emails only. Like, that's,
No.
Oh.
Phantom.
so,
Jimbo was allowed on the show. He told them they're allowed to do
oh, because he went against you guys and did the my man
I
Jimbo.
I gotta support the Phantom.
There it is.
I
Thank
don't
you.
know.
You don't
Thank
have
you,
to do
Jimbo.
anything.
I walked halfway across the country just to get here. I'm a
After
drifter.
the
That's just from last week. Like, he literally went all the way across the country and back just for the show.
I
That's,
have to pee.
go pee. do your thing.
TMI misery.
There's no such thing as TMI here.
That's true. Not in this group. Come on now, you know that. So we'll go ahead and go. I'll continue the show. You're
Have
good. So that was my top 3. So guys, please hit me up. All right, now in the way of news, I do not have a whole lot. I'm not gonna lie, not a lot. You know, I got to check out, but there was one news piece that really jumped out at me, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a big fan. Apparently, J.J. Abrams, who you guys know is like the mastermind behind Lost, which the new Star Trek movies. He also produced Cloverfield, and he did Super 8, which was, the dude's really good. I mean, him and Jonathan Nolan are teaming up. Now, for those of you who may not know who Jonathan Nolan is, he's the brother of Christopher Nolan, and he has co-written like half the shit Christopher Nolan's done. He did like Dark Knight, The Prestige. I'm sure he's doing an Interstellar movie that's coming out soon. And I'm pretty sure he's done like, I'm pretty much guessing like all the Christopher Nolan movies that Jonathan Nolan's been there by his side. I'm guessing. Anyway, they're teaming up, and they're going to be doing a remake of Westworld.
Of what?
Westworld.
Really?
Westworld. You ever seen Westworld?
No.
Okay, you remember the episode of The Simpsons, where the Simpsons go to Itchy and Scratchy Land, and like
Yeah.
all the robots go crazy and like start killing, and then they take the pictures and take them down and everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was spoofing Westworld. Westworld was written by Michael Crichton, who did Jurassic Park. In the 70s, he did this movie called Westworld, where basically what it is, it's the amusement park of the future, where there are 3 different worlds. There's Roman world, Westworld, and fuck me. Roman world, Westworld, and we'll come back to the next world because I can't remember what the hell it is now. Anyway, there's all 3 of them there, and what happens is these guys go there on vacation, and basically you can do anything. I mean, they're in the Wild West, so like, you got guns, they're real guns, but they got sensors on them, so you can't hurt anybody who's real. I mean, they pick up heat, you can't shoot them. But the robots, they all have guns too, and thing is, they're the same guns, so they can't hurt you for real, but they'll be like, time to go. And then you got gunslinger this dude, like, do the draw. And it's just like you do, and of course, the women, you can, bang them. It's just literally, you seen Westworld, didn't you? Didn't you come over at one time and watch Westworld? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really, it's
really good.
it's older. I got it. I'll let you borrow it. It's really, it's older. It's a little cheesy, but it's 70s, so you gotta let some shit slide. And also, John Carpenter got the inspiration for Michael Myers being an unstoppable killing machine from watching this movie because Yul Brynner, who plays the gunslinger, he's a robot that just like, what happens is all the robots go insane. And the sensors quit working, and then they start going on a killing spree. You know what the third world was? It was Westworld, Roman world, and I know as soon as we end the show, I'll be like, fucking that world.
Yeah. That's how it always works.
Do you want me to go look?
I'll go look. I got over here. So anyways, they're making a remake of that, and they're actually going to put it right to HBO. So
Really?
I'm not going to lie, I'm really curious. I think it'd be a really good show there.
I thought it was a pretty good movie. I mean,
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know.
I've not seen
was
it.
a few years ago that I watched that.
Yeah, it's been a while. No. Fuck me, it's not on here.
Ah.
That's how professional we are on the show. We don't really do research on anything. We just
Nah.
You guys give me like 45 minutes while I go watch the movie. And I'll be back.
I would
Keep
look on my
going.
phone, but I don't have service right now.
That's awesome. But yeah, no, they're going to be doing a remake, and it's going to be for HBO. And
That's cool.
yeah,
It might be pretty good then.
they actually made a sequel
They did?
to Westworld. I didn't know this. Called Future World. And apparently they had a fourth world, and it's like Space World. It shows people, like I saw the trailer, they're like skiing on Mars. I'm like, really? You can just tell it shows like it's this regular skiing, but they like put the red tent on, so it's just, I'm like,
Wow.
I want to check it out because they bring Yul Brynner back. I'm like, yes, Yul Brynner. I love Yul Brynner.
No.
But yeah, Westworld coming to HBO near you guys. So
Is it still going to be called Westworld?
I think so, actually. Yeah, I think they're also called Westworld.
Let's go check that out.
It's pretty good.
Okay, so 2 weeks ago we forgot the new movies we watched and we skipped them. Well, last week I brought had a whole list of movies we just watched. But I left another one off again. So
You suck.
I know I'm horrible. 2 weeks ago we watched Aftershock. The new Eli Roth produced. I think he may have written part of it too. Like he ain't on the credits, but I'm sure I read that somewhere that he actually contributed to the script. Movie where they basically a group of these three dudes go down to Chile, and they meet these three girls, and they're just partying, and then earthquake hits, and all shit. And they're basically now they gotta try to get out. But at this point, though, when the earthquake hit, there's a prison nearby. And it shattered the prison wall, so now the prisoners are all out.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And now, while this is all going on, there's a tsunami warning.
Oh, that's
So it's like, get the hell out of the city now, but you
Sounds
gotta
like
make sure.
Haiti.
Well, the thing is, when I heard it, I was like, man, this sounds like a generic-ass disaster movie. Well, the fact that Eli Roth was connected to it, it was not. Dude, it was so fucking gruesome and bloody, and it was just like, it was so effed up. I really enjoyed it. Now,
Really?
Now, you watched it, you didn't care for it, did you, sweetie? Wasn't feeling it. I really dug it. I mean, I love movies that show human nature going to its darkest place. And there's a lot of that in this one. I mean, there are a couple of hard scenes, like I Saw on Your Grave type scenes that happen in this movie. Pretty rough.
Nice.
You're prisoners, and there's girls running around, so obviously it's going down.
It's going to be bad.
There's one scene, I don't want to say the scene because I don't want to give it away, because it comes out of nowhere. It comes out of nowhere. And I'm going to say one word, and then hopefully if you guys see it at home, you know what I'm talking about. The cleaning lady. That's all I'm gonna say. Holy shit! I literally said holy shit, and I'm like, holy shit! Oh, yeah! It's awesome. A lot of that. I mean, it's just really. It wasn't much of a horror movie, I guess. Is this more of a high octane, gory ass? It was like take Twister and give it that hard R rating, and that's what you got right here. It really was just brutal. I loved every second of it.
Sounds like one of those shows on Sci-Fi, like Sharknado, but
Jesus
Sharknado.
Christ. Please no.
Sharknado.
Please.
We went to the mall
No.
last week. We went to the mall last week. They actually had a Sharknado t-shirt. Dude, if
they
I had
really?
the extra $20, I would have bought it. I'd be like,
Oh, I
fuck
definitely got it.
Sharknado.
Definitely got it.
But you're right. It does sound like just like a generic ass. You've seen it a million times.
But it ends up just being great.
But it was really good. I highly recommend it.
Every time I think my life is just getting bad, I remember that I'm not the guy who came up with Sharknado.
That dude's rocking it right now. He's like the one guy on the Sci-Fi Channel who actually like struck gold with a shitty idea. It's probably good.
Because people want to laugh at it.
It does
good.
Who takes it seriously?
I want to laugh at it. I'm not going to take it seriously. But
Sharknado.
it's great. It's Sharknado.
It was literally so dumb.
So,
Good Lord.
Aftershock, I give it a big thumbs up. I highly recommend it. I'd say it's probably my top 5 or 6 movies of the year. I've seen quite a few this year, so it's actually up there. It's in the top 10.
They could make a movie called Surviving Sharknado.
I'm just waiting for what we talked about last time. Voodoo sharks.
Oh yeah, Voodoo Sharks.
Voodoo shark. That's what I'm waiting on.
Two
The movie.
things you're
The two
afraid
things
of.
I'm really afraid of: voodoo and sharks. Fucking combine them, and that's the movie I want to see right there.
They come
Me and
in.
him
It's really
Same,
stereotypical
but
Jamaican accents, and there's like,
Yeah.
hey, man, and they throw the bones, and I'm like, oh shit,
They're walking out of the water carrying a Ouija board.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm out. And then this past week we went to the theater and we watched You're Next. And we actually already
Shut up.
reviewed
I
this
know, I
on
wanna see
her
it.
show, but this kind of gives a recap. I really dug it. I think it started off, and I've said this for weeks leading up to it, that I thought it was just going to be another The Strangers ripoff, just typical family being terrorized by a bunch of killers and math, and it is starting off.
And
However, I don't know. At one point, you find out that it's not like it's almost like it's spoofing that in a way. Almost like and not like a goofy spoof, but I mean, it's almost like it takes like that whole convention and turns it on its head. Because there's a girl that's in the group or it's in the family that knows her shit. Like she grew up on like a, and I don't want to say too much, I don't give it away, but she like grew up on like a survival camp type thing. So she knows what to do, and dude, she
That's cool.
Fuck shit. There is, there's a twist, there's a nerd twist, but it's fucking awesome, and I loved it. I'm watching it, I'm doing this thing like, a lot. because it was so stupid. Like there was one scene in the movie, and this was in the trailer, where crossbow through the window. Fucking dude gets hit.
Yeah, I've seen that on the trailer.
So naturally now arrows are just coming through the window, right? Which okay, get that. So they're all crouched down to try and get out of there. But then throughout the movie, they're just walking by windows, no problem. And I'm like, did you just think they ran out of arrows or something?
Yeah.
You know, barricade the windows. Okay, and they go up to him, just run up to him like this.
Wow.
I'm like, really? Like any moment they could literally just pop an arrow through everybody. Like, ain't gonna happen to me. And it just launch shit like that. And I'm just like,
Small
man, this is
things,
fucking retarded. But then you kind of feel like that they're probably poking fun at that. Like it's that whole like, we're in a situation we've been in a million times before, and then they go ahead and they throw. And dude, it gets so fucking gruesome. Like there's.
That's what I heard.
I'm gonna say blender. That's almost a blender. It's fucking awesome. I love that scene.
I have an idea.
It's really good. Even this one liked it.
Yeah, I'm jealous. I
This
want
one,
to
not
see it
me.
so
I haven't
bad.
seen this.
It's really good. There was nothing at the end of the credits though, was there? Nothing at the end of the credits?
So like the girl's kind of main character in a way?
Pretty much, yeah.
I like when they do that. Like
I'm
Silent
happy that.
Hill.
The thing is, she earns it. Like she really. I mean, I believe that she's a badass in this movie. Like she really is one bad bitch. Like I would not
That's
ever her
awesome.
at all. She definitely earned her spot up there with like Ripley and the Bride and all these other kick-ass women who have earned their spot.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, but there's a lot of people that just don't buy it. And I'm like, I don't know.
It's hard for a girl to be like the main hero of the movie, but when they nail it,
That's
it's
supposed to
good.
mean.
No, it's
Yeah,
true.
it's good when they do it though. Like Silent Hill, the main character, the women, I
Yeah.
loved it.
It wasn't too bad.
Second one-
but
Yeah, like Alice from
I'm questioning
Resident
whether,
Evil. I really like her. I think she earned her
I'm
spot.
questioning whether the cop from Silent Hill is a woman or not.
Wow,
Ooh.
man,
Ooh.
buzzing.
She's-
Ooh.
So if you guys work for the Gay and Lesbian Alliance or whatever it's called,
Hey,
hate mail
I
that
don't
way.
judge. I don't judge.
I did not say that comment. Wow, that's
I-
brutal.
I don't discriminate.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Okay.
Anyways, so yeah, you're next. You liked it, didn't you, sweetie? Yeah. Tired?
I'm definitely
It
going to that way to
is-
watch it. I can't wait. I'm
11:10.
It's 11:10. It's been a long day today. We actually started the show very late.
11:10 in the morning.
And then when we finally get here, it literally starts storming, and it's just a good time. The fan party does not stop, I'll say that. So yeah. Now, around the corner, September's coming up. Now, we don't get too much into this. There's only one horror movie coming out this September, but we'll touch on it a little bit. Insidious Chapter 2.
Ooh, excited.
Comes out in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah, I can say that.
Excited.
I am really pumped to see this thing. So, you guys see the commercials? They have commercials now where like, people are
Yes.
wearing like heart monitors. Like they literally are given like these little things you clip on your finger that like regulates your heart and your or monitors your heart and your pulse rate. It's a gimmick, but it looks kind of cool. I'm like, wow, really? Like,
Really?
I wish I was at that screening. I'm sure they won't do it for every show, but I'm saying for just
that'd
one
be
thing.
cool.
Like, that's really cool. And I guess like people like
That
literally
would be cool. I'd totally
people,
wear it.
people are jumping, so I'm definitely in. So, all right, we got some comments. We didn't get a lot of comments, but I kind of scraped around on this. Ghostface Kid hit us up, and we did a. What did we do? Did we do the question of the week last week?
Yeah.
Where I farted really loud.
No, that wasn't me.
It was hilarious. I didn't think it would actually pick up on camera. It picked up on camera, like literally.
Really?
It was just. And I'm just like, oh, that's epic.
It's like, is that
Onions?
ketchup?
So he hit me up and said,
Ketchup?
he goes, I can taste that.
On
Yeah.
my tongue.
Now the tuxedos are pretty fucked up. But yeah, he's like so gassy, and I gotta agree. Yeah, it's pretty brutal. My problem is I'll eat anything I want before I do the show, and then I'll have like indigestion and heartburn and like and do that shit. And then I'll just like shit my pants. Normally it's silent or the couch muffles it, but that time it just went loose. So. Stone Commander hit up and yeah, he said
I like it.
well, I didn't even write the full thing down there.
You suck.
Yeah, that's how much of an a-hole I am. Last week's question of the week. That's how many less comments we had. I'm actually answering people's, I guess, comments to 30 Wolfman's question. Yeah, he posted on my channel though. So, Stone Commander hit me up and he said that, his last week's question of the week was, what would be the one song that you would actually turn into a movie? Like if you had to take one song. And this dude hit me up, and I hadn't heard any of this. It's Lard Greenville. Name the band. Oh, excuse me. Name the band or song, and then the other is Year of the Cat. So one of those is the song, and one of those is the band. But that would be his movie that he would turn into. So
Never heard
thank you, Stone Commander. And then the final comment came from Tara Thelen, and she always says the nicest things about us. And she said that, this is the coolest family ever because we're all a bunch of horror movie freaks. And I gotta agree with you. You know, Tara, I couldn't ask for a better family. This is right here. So, Phantom Phamily, boom,
No.
right there.
No.
You know how to spell family?
No. No.
P-H-A-M-I-L-Y. Yeah. So you guys want to send any comments, criticisms?
Comments are fine. I enjoy criticism.
Oh, guess what like last week's hate mail was?
What?
I was told to kindly go fuck a lawnmower.
Wow.
I'm not joking. Kindly go fuck a lawnmower.
Kindly?
Kindly.
I like how they put
They
kindly.
reply. I was like, I think I will. Like, I normally like to get rough with it, but this time I was like, what?
Well, since it's kindly.
I'll be kindly.
We're done here. We're done here.
What?
Let's move on.
Move on here.
Let's move on.
From the kindly F lawnmower.
Let's move on.
So, but yeah, I was told that last week. You know what the reason I was told that was because on the IMDb message board, I just go ahead and post these
Yeah,
on
like
there.
you always do.
And these guys get stuff. It's not even mine. They get tore up on hers.
Huh.
On the Pretty Little
So is she
Liars.
supposed to go?
That's a good point. Are you supposed to F a lawnmower? Did you go F a lawnmower?
No.
Kindly. No, okay. So, but yeah, I was last week. So you guys want to leave comments? I did. It wasn't kind though, I'll tell you right now. It was some brutal stuff.
Stop.
So you guys want to leave some comments, hate mail, questions,
All three.
whatever, you guys want to
Literally
do.
anything. We're desperate right
You
now.
got questions for any of my guests? They'll be glad to
We'll
ask.
let you
Any of my past guests, they'll definitely answer. So that's all I do. They sit by the computer and just wait. What?
Is that your phone?
That's my phone.
Okay.
In case the lights go out, he'll have a little light. See?
Just making
The
sure.
Phantom's thoughtful. The Phantom is.
No, it looked like he was like on it.
There's nothing on there.
Just making sure. He does have
There's
a light.
tons of pornography. Anyways.
Oh.
Wait, what? I say tons of pornography. She's like, oh, wait a second.
I know, I was like,
Now
whoa,
you
whoa,
said
whoa,
it.
You got me nervous.
Oh, now the Jehovah's Witnesses brought me the pornography. Is it harmless or
Toxic.
toxic?
Did they really?
They really did. I was going to invite them in, and what happened was, when they first showed up, I was talking to them, and I started bringing up like Highlander and shit. It was just weird. I'll get that conversation here in a little bit. But
Yeah,
anyways,
this one too.
but they're like, can we come back and talk? And I'm like, sure. Like I don't mind. Like I'll hear their splill, and then of course I'll get on top of it, And
Splill?
they'll look at their splill, dude, for sure.
Splill.
And however, when they showed up, I jumped in the shower, and I was like, I just worked all day. I'm fucking dirty and grimy. I just want to get in the shower. So I'm just like, I'll open the door, no shirt. So it's like this fat, hairy guy, like, listen, you gotta come back later. And that's like
In a
2 weeks.
mask.
That was in a mask. I was like, they're like, oh god. So that was like 2 weeks ago. So they're probably not coming back.
Yeah.
But they did drop off some.
Call him, ask him, say hey.
Sprinkle
wanna
holy
come over?
water on you.
I got some of that actually. So.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Have we told the story before?
We had on your show, remember?
Oh yeah.
On this channel, so it still
Probably
counts.
watched
Yeah.
it.
I think you probably had the most watched actually. I don't know actually. That was a
I
long
doubt
video.
it.
Yeah.
That was a really long video.
People see the long video. They'll like, they may check it out first, and they'll get
I
like
watched, like, 4
3 minutes, and they're like, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
So.
I apologize.
You go to the big church?
Yeah, up on 18th Street.
We still hold
That's the one
it.
I go to. It's the Catholic.
Yeah. You go to church there?
Yeah.
Oh, do you really?
It's still holy water.
Oh, they're cool there. It's Catholics there.
They didn't say shit to us. They tried to, but
They
we
were
And
coming
we came
towards
in on
us with
Sunday.
crosses.
Saturday. It's Saturday, and
Saturday.
they were jacked
Yeah.
up there. They were.
Catholic religion's more easy, but yeah.
I heard pretty laid back with those
They
kids. Anyway.
He's
Oh.
Catholic church.
So once again, you guys want to leave any comments,
and
questions,
continue.
recommendations, whatever. Just want to throw out some random comments. You know what to do. MovieFam7@gmail.com. Of course, my fan friends over on Facebook. You
No.
hit me up there. Leave
No.
a message
No.
right down below.
Go
Or,
ahead,
of course,
leave a
personal
message.
messages.
Personal
But,
messages are
you know
retarded.
what they
Like,
want?
seriously,
They want.
if you want to tell someone
Come on, guys.
something, if you want to tell someone something, why don't you allow the whole world to see it? Like, he's going to mention it on the show anyway. So, like,
That's why they ain't doing it. They're like, fuck it, you don't mention it anyways.
Yeah.
that's why...
Video
you
response.
let everyone
So,
see it.
Yeah,
Just let everyone
we're
see
gonna
it.
move right
He's
along
going to
here.
mention it anyway. Why not just...
So we're going to go back
be
to
like, here,
1999.
let's see it.
Little movie, a long time ago.
Ew.
Little movie called Idle Hands.
Ooh.
In which a boy's hand becomes possessed.
His hand?
His hand, just
Huh.
one hand, and he goes on killing spree. Kills his parents, his 2 best friends, and maybe more. This movie, I remember when it first came out, I loved it. I thought it was hilarious, but I don't remember watching all of it. Like, I really remember, I'm watching it now, I'm just like, I don't remember any, like the opening, I don't remember any of that. I must have like came in, like as soon as like, Seth Green and everybody comes back as zombies. That's like, that's only, I remember that far on up, I don't remember anything else.
It's a great movie.
Oh, it is, freaking hilarious. if you're into like stoner comedy, I mean, don't look at it. You cannot take this movie seriously at all. Like,
No.
it's a dumb fucking movie.
Yeah.
It has the boy. His name's like Devin Sawa. He was the boy from Final Destination. He was also in a SLC Punk, and fuck, he's in something else. I don't know what it was. Yeah. Well, anyways,
blank.
back when he was like he had like a year where he was like rocking it, and then he just dropped away.
deserves it.
He was also on he did the video for Stan, the Eminem video. He plays like Stan.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, I know there's another fucking movie I'm driving nuts right now. Anyways, yeah, his hand becomes and
Oh,
thing
it makes
is
so much sense now.
what?
I recognize him.
Oh yeah, he's a good actor. He really is. Like I said, he rocked it. Like he had a 2-year window where he was just like on top of the world, and he just fucking disappeared. This movie's just effing brilliant. It starts off like very horror movie-ish, even though it's comedy. Like the parents are in bed and they look up to that, and there's like this paint on the walls, like I'm under the bed. And they're like, ah, shit, you know. And she sends Fred Willard, her husband, down, and of course, you know, he gets butchered. I mean, it's just all the stuff they do in the movie. You can just tell it's just very cliched. I mean, it's supposed to be. You know, it's supposed to have
like the noise when he's downstairs.
Yeah,
the crashing.
Exactly. Yes. Just it's just effing hilarious. Seth Green and his friend are his two stoner buddies. And he goes over there, gets to get high with them. What happens is he eventually, like, they come over, they see the dead bodies, and they think of course, he did do it. He don't, remember it. But the hand starts going, and of course, it fucking kills both of them.
The epic bottle to the head.
Epic bottle, yes, just and
great kill scene.
Then, of course, he throws the saw up the stairs, and slices the dude right across the neck.
I'm kind of loose.
Except his two friends come back from the dead, not for revenge, just to hang out with the guy. Like they literally just like kicking it at his house. And dude, it's
watching
of course,
TV videos.
Yeah. And of course, it's Seth Green, dude. I don't know who the other guy is. Like I read the name, I don't remember it. He didn't really do much after this, but Seth Green is just hilarious as always. And it has a very young Jessica Alba. She's the main girl. I did not realize that. Like, I'm watching, like holy shit, Jessica Alba.
Very young.
She's, of course, he has a thing for her, and they go to the dance.
Oh God.
On the way to the dance, though, he decides to get rid of his hand is going. He already killed 2 cops, and he's like, oh shit. So he cuts it off, Army of Darkness style, or Evil Dead, sorry, and throws it in the microwave. Well, of course, his stoner friends, they already turned it on, and it's a bit bubbly, but of course his stoner friends let it out.
Eating the burrito.
Yeah, they're eating the burrito. Eating the burrito, and it gets out. And of course, it goes to the dance too. So now he has to go, because it's going to kill his, Jessica Alba, his new girlfriend. So they're like to the dance, and trying to, save her. And once again, it is just effing hilarious. Like the whole movie. It has to be your kind of humor. I mean, if you're not into like dumb comedies, I would not recommend it. Yeah. Because it is just really goofy. I mean, like the fact that he butchers his family, he don't even care. Like he's just like, holy shit, Like it's no big deal to him. It's just a blip on the radar. He's like, kill my family, shit, However, like the hand's on the loose. He has to go get, So you just have to kind of take it for what it is. It's really, like I said, it's really effing hilarious. It has a cameo by the Offspring. They're the high school band performing. They actually do a Ramones song. I Won't Be Sedated. Fucking awesome. And then, of course, the dude gets his scalp ripped off, but, it's good stuff right there. So, yeah, really good stuff. You didn't see it, did you?
No.
You ever seen Idle Hands? No? You down there? No? Over here? No, right there. All right, Jimbo, give us your Idle Hands review.
Oh, I loved it, man. I thought it was great. The comedy was great. The kill scenes were good.
They really were. Like, for a comedy, it actually is. Like, they're funny, but they're also good as well. I mean,
the 2 dorky cops that were in the movie when they caught him in the alley.
He's like,
Yeah. Love the scene where he gets that big bong at the end. He's like, dude, I totally made this in the shop. He's like, you didn't make it in the shop. He's like, dude, I totally did.
I believe the ashtray, but not this one. He was like, I work well with it. He's like, what?
I love it. It is like you said, the comedy, if it's not your type of comedy, it's not going to be good, but it is good. I liked it.
You're definitely. I got some friends that was like hardcore like drama dudes. So like if they're sitting there watching it, this is the dumbest fucking thing ever. It's like,
oh yeah.
So they definitely not get into it, but
it's got to be your type of comedy. But if it is, it's great.
Yeah, it really is. I mean,
the storyline's funny.
Turn your brain off for like an hour and a half and just enjoy it. It's just
it's good. It's a great one of the better stoner horror comedies I've seen.
It really is.
One of the better ones?
One of the better ones. There's not that many, but it's one of the good ones.
I guess Scary Movie kind of falls in there under certain parts. I mean, you had the Marlon Wayans character who, I forget what his name was in the movie, but he was like always high all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Shorty.
The big joint
Shorty, yeah, I said Shorty, yeah.
Rosing up.
Part 2, when he's like all like, his brain thing out, he's like, he's just like, you drugged him? He's like, no, this is his stuff. I'm like, it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was awesome.
All right. Natalie,
Nope.
see it? Nope. All right. Well,
Yeah.
you know, 2 out of how many we got here? 4, 7. 2 out of 7 people seen it. And, 2 out of 7, 100%. So definitely go check it out.
Yeah,
I saw it on I watched it on YouTube. Like I was gonna go rent. I don't have it. I was gonna go rent it. I was like, let me just check YouTube to make sure, and it was there. And it was actually the same nudity, and YouTube didn't catch it yet. And no one watches my show enough to rat them out. So
Good.
keep going. I love
Nice.
it. All right. Well, up next then we're gonna jump ahead to 2006.
American Males.
Slither. All right. You guys have seen this, have you? Slither, kids. All right. The basic premise is a meteorite strikes in a small town, and this little fucking worm thing comes out and takes over Michael Rooker, and then of course it's going to invade the entire city. Jimbo, you take the lead on this one, my man. Slither.
It's been so long since I've seen it, but I do remember some scenes in the movie. I did like it. I thought it was really cool. Kind of reminded me of that high school movie back in the early 90s.
Late 90s, faculty.
The Faculty.
Oh, yeah,
Kind
I've
of
seen
reminded me of
that.
the Faculty.
Yeah,
the way
yeah,
it's
in a
just
way.
like the one worm and it branches off. And,
Yeah, I've seen that.
yeah, that it's kind of like that. The way like the horror aspect of it. It does have a few funny parts in the movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It
I thought it was hilarious. Like, I was
It
laughing
will
a lot.
make you
during
laugh
this.
a lot. So don't take it serious when you do watch
Yeah,
it.
you definitely can. I mean, it's definitely gross out horror comedy.
Yeah.
You know, I mean.
Yeah, it is totally chill factor. I mean,
Yeah.
it's creepy. I hate anything that creeps and crawls. Like,
Yes, when she's in the bathtub, the scene on the front cover here,
dude, yeah, it's
like
just
she's
creepy.
naked in the bathtub, and the whole time you're just like, oh, they don't go, and they don't, but the whole time you're just like, is that where we're gonna go with this thing? Like you're like, and then you're just like, and the whole time you're squirming along with, and
it's got that squirm factor.
It definitely does, yeah.
It definitely does.
I saw it. I didn't remember. I actually know this is actually one of the DVDs I bought. I had a guy I worked with. I'll say his nickname. Fuck it. His name was. We called him Trolley. Long story there. It's not even that funny. Anyways, he
It's
had
not even that funny.
he had a drug problem. A bad drug problem. So he would always be hawking shit. Like once a month, he'd be coming in with this like random shit. We came in with DVDs one time. He was trying to sell them for $1 a piece. And I was like, I can't swing that, but I said, tell you what, you knock them on 50 cents a piece, I'll buy some from you. Like, I'm taking advantage of this guy who clearly needs help and probably needs a real friend, but I didn't like the guy, so fuck him. So I went ahead, and this is one of the movies I got from him. I always wanted to see it, and that's how I got to watch it, and loved it. Fell in love with it right off the bat. It has the humor of, like, Tremors, where, like, it's very... It's a horrible situation, but every scene's just free. Like the main guy in this movie, he's played by Nathan Fillion. He was also in Serenity, and I've seen him in a bunch of other stuff. I can't remember right off the top of my head. Anyways, he's in this, and dude, like he is just like he's a sheriff, and the shit he said, like there's a scene where he gets attacked by like a mutated deer, right? And the girl he saved, the girl from the bathtub, comes in and she saves him, right? And he's just like, now, whenever I tell the story, I'm gonna tell it the other way. She's like, what other way? He's like, well, I saved you. And then at the end of the movie, it's one of those things where he's just like, hey, why don't you tell her about how I saved you from that deer? She's like, yep, he saved me from that deer. Just little touches like that, I find effing hilarious. There's one, the guy who plays the mayor, just a big asshole, but he's a funny asshole. Like the whole time, he's just constantly like, Anyway, when he finally turns, there's a scene where he goes up to the guy, he's like, please kill me. He gives like this little speech before he even gets started, the guy's like, bam! Shoots him right in the fucking head, you're like, holy shit, like he didn't even think twice. He's like, please just do it, bam! And it's like, oh, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, it's like that, the Room where he just chops his finger up and takes them and he goes. Doesn't even think twice about it.
Oh, 4 Rooms, yes.
4 Rooms,
Love that movie, yes.
That's
it was
so
like,
funny.
it did no hesitation, just like bam, and then they went on with it. There's a scene where you see the main alien who is taking over Michael Rooker. All the people are coming and there's like forcing themselves into his body. Like they're like just boom, and then they get sucked into it. And he says something like, well, holy fucking shit, you don't see that every day. And this way he says it, I'm just like, it was just great as shit. Really good cast. It also has Elizabeth Banks in it.
Nice.
You've seen her in Zack and Mary Make a Porno. She also did Role Models. I mean, she's been really busy, but a lot of movies I don't really like. She did Meet Dave, which.
Oh yeah.
She was in W. She played Laura Bush, and or is that George W.'s wife? Yeah, because Barbara was the old one. Yeah, she was Laura Bush.
Yep.
I mean, I think she's a really good actress. I guess it's a 40-year-old version, shit like that. But yeah, she's really good in this one. Michael Rooker, I mentioned him earlier. He was like in this one. The guy who directed this, his name's James Gunn. He also he co-wrote Dawn of the Dead remake. But then this is his first movie by himself, and it's just he comes from that old school trauma. He comes from the trauma. I guess you call it like the family. I guess you can call it. Lloyd Kaufman has a cameo in this. So he brings that sensibility with him. I mean, he basically has a trauma outlook, but he has a very big budget, so it's not just cheesy shit. But yeah, now I'm not gonna lie, I'm usually a stickler. You guys know how I am about CGI. This has some horrible CGI, but it's just a fun fucking movie.
It is.
When he kills the cow, it looks horrible, but you're like, who cares? Or he's running away. I mean, it's the same thing. I mean, it looks really cheesy, but once again, it's the kind of movie it is. It also has Jenna Fisher in it from The Office. And in fact, I don't know if they're still together or not, but she was married to James Gunn at the time of this, which is probably why she's in the movie. But yeah, no, James Gunn I'm a big fan of. He actually went on to do Super, which has a lot of the same cast members in that. Nathan Fillion plays like in Super they have like this little Christian show they're watching, and he plays like the superhero for Christ. And then of course James Gunn has a cameo as like the devil. But yeah, Michael Rooker's also in that. Greg Henry, I think is his name. I'm not to cheat. Yeah, Greg Henry, he plays the mayor, the asshole mayor. He's in both movies. I mean, so he carries a lot of those guys over there. And I don't know what James Gunn's been up to lately. I need to look into that. But yeah, I highly recommend Slither. I think it's really good stuff. So just like I said, if comedy's your thing, check out Idle Hand, check out Slither, and yeah. So, you guys got anything else to add here?
I do.
Misery, take it away.
Just looking around. Would you consider The Devil's Rejects to be comedy?
No,
Like,
but
there
it does
are
have
some
funny scenes in it.
comedic scenes.
Yeah, but that's not really played for laughs.
Yeah,
so.
overall it's not.
Yeah.
But it's definitely some
I was
funny
just
shit.
glancing around.
It does have
I
a few
remember.
funny parts, but I wouldn't consider it a.
Tutti fucking fruity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Love that, yeah. Yeah, no, it definitely has some funny moments, but I wouldn't call it comedy.
Okay.
No.
That's like trying to call like Pulp Fiction a comedy. Some funny shit, but it's more like crime, drama, you know.
It is.
But it's got some funny shit too.
Yeah, okay.
So.
Great movie.
Just glancing around.
Alright, so I guess that's it.
There.
Misery,
Pass on over
Lady,
there.
Maya, Phantom, Natalie, Jimbo, and of course Darren. So we're all out of here. We'll catch you guys next week. Fucking long ass walk over here.
Don't trip.
Attention whore.
Come here, attention more.
Him.
That's awesome.